you can bring your hands out wide into kind of a cactus position, or you can really check in with your breath here with a hand on your heart, a hand on your belly. So settling in, drawing your rib cage down. As you inhale, you'll feel your belly rise. And as you exhale, you'll feel it sink back in. So starting out with just some open mouth exhales, concentrating your breath on taking a full deep inhale. That's why I kind of like to have my hand on my belly. Always taking the time to settle down and modify where you need to. Last few breaths here in Supta Baddha to just find the tension in your body. I'm noticing I'm laying down, but I'm still holding my shoulders up. So if you're doing that, let them fall back and down. Let your eyes release, your jaw relax. From here, bring both hands on the outsides of your thighs. Let's bring your knees together. You can move your blocks to the sides. And Uttanasana. So bring your knees into your chest, into a little ball. Some more people showing up here. And let's roll around on your spine. Massage your lower back, roll out your feet, your ankles. And then hug both knees into your chest. Even bring your chin up if that feels okay. And then bring your head back to the mat. Let's extend the left leg to the sky as much as you can. So it's okay if it's bent. Your left hand can guide it towards you a little bit. Flex your left foot. Flex your right foot. And then slowly lower the left leg all the way down to the mat. Draw the navel to the spine so you're finding a nice neutral low back. And then both hands on the right knee. This is one of my favorite little hip warm-ups. So big circles all the way around your hip joint. And then switch directions. Excuse me. And draw your knee towards your right armpit, so your thigh bone's on the outsides of the ribs the best you can here. Inhale, flex both feet. And as you exhale, use the left hand to draw the knee up over your body. Now this can be pretty intense, so a block under your right knee or a pillow is great. Cactus the right arm out. So you don't want to come over into this twist to where your right shoulder is coming off. So even if your knee is up higher, you can hold it. And then if it feels okay to your neck, gaze towards your right hand. And keep your left hand on your knee or even cactus it out. And then find the intensity and send the breath there. So wherever you're feeling the most intense sensations, try to really fill up that area with breath. A lot of times the breath gets stuck when you're twisted, so it's a good cue to really find that pathway for your breath. And on the next inhale, bring your right knee first. And then the left knee into the chest again. And again, let's roll on the lower back. You can bring the knees together or figure 8. Let's do the same thing. So hug both knees into the chest. Bring your chin up, big squeeze. Lay your head back down. Extend the right leg up the best you can here. Maybe grab your right thigh or your right calf. Flex both feet. And then slowly lower the right leg down. And then we'll do those circles with the left knee. So if you picture it just going all the way around that ball joint of your left hip. Circle it out and then switch directions. Next, let's draw the left knee towards the left armpit, left thigh bones right on the outside of the ribs. Flex your feet, hug in, inhale. And then use your right hand, draw the knee up over the body. You can set your block or your pillow. And if it doesn't come to the block or your prop, that's okay. Just use your right hand kind of as a kickstand. As you breathe, you might find a little bit more space. Focused breath here, all along the left side body. It's always interesting to notice. We know which hamstring is tighter than the other usually, but the sides of the body, when you come into this posture and you see this side doesn't like it as much as the other side. So we're always trying to balance the sides, little by little. All right, go ahead and bring both knees. Left knee first, right knee to the chest. And then let's bring both feet to the mat. All right, both feet to the mat, hip width distance. We're going to come into just a figure 4 stretch to start. So right foot over left. Try to have your right ankle clear your thigh bone and then draw your right knee towards the front of your space. Now this might be enough, even pressing with your right hand. So you can stay right here. Or you can lift the left leg and thread your right hand through the legs, grab your knee into that figure 4 stretch. Make sure your head is down and relaxed. If it's not, then come back to that level 1 position where your foot's down. You don't want to strain your neck here. And as you breathe into it, pull a little bit tighter. Maybe push your right knee open a little bit more with your right elbow. Find your breath. And then release the left foot back down. You can release the foot back down. And before we go to the other side, just a couple of windshield wipers side to side. And then let's do the other side. Left foot. And stay right here and use your left hand to press the thigh open. Or thread the left hand through the legs. You can grab your shin or your thigh. Relax your head down if it's lifted. A little more encouragement with pushing the left elbow towards the left thigh. Breathe deeply. And then bring the right foot back down, left foot back down. Windshield wiper back and forth. And then I'm going to have you go ahead and come onto your left side body and push up to a seat. From here, you can sit on a block if you want. We're going to do some seated exercises before we come up. So I always like to sit on a block or a pillow, elevate your tailbone so your pelvic bowl is tilted forward slightly rather than rounded. So go ahead and bring your hands down on your knees. Bring your chin to your chest. All right, so first of all though, make sure that your sit bones are rooted down on whatever you are sitting on, and you've got a nice long spine. So your earlobes are right over your shoulders. A big tendency is to have this forward head position. So bringing awareness to that is a great idea. So first, earlobes over shoulders. Maybe take a big breath here. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, settle into the seated position, bringing your chin to your chest. Just letting the weight of your head relax your neck. And then we'll just do some semicircles. So inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Pausing there. And then slowly coming back to center. Right ear, right shoulder. And then with your breath, inhaling in one direction. Exhaling back through that center semicircle forward. You don't want to bring the neck backwards. A couple more times. And then if there's any spot that's really tight or tender, hang out there for a moment. All these scaling muscles on the sides of your neck get really tense and tight. And then any other movement feels good, then go ahead and come up to your nice long spine. Bring your arms up. Just a couple side bends here. So right hand down, lift and open. Spin the ribs towards the sky. Come back up to that center position. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale the other side. Inhale, lengthen both sides. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale. Inhale, lengthen, last one here, and exhale. A little bit of movement, and then bring your arms up, a little bit of movement with the shoulders. Bring your fingertips to your shoulders, and we're just going to do those big circles. You never can hear it from what I can tell, but I got a lot of snap, crackle, pop in my shoulders going on, so switch directions. A little bit of blood into that joint. Release your hands to the sides, just shake it out. And then some torso circles. So hands down on your knees. Last little exercise here, and see, come all the way around in these circles. You can get your head involved. More organic. And then switch directions. All right, when you come back up to center, we're going to come into tabletop position. So if that bothers your knees, again, blanket, or my favorite would be to double up your mat. Doubling up your mat will make it easier to transition. So in this first tabletop, you're always welcome to stay in tabletop rather than moving to down dog. But line up your joints. Your knees are right underneath your hip bones, right? Your wrists are right under your shoulders. You're spreading your fingers nice and wide. We'll go through the cats and cows, and we're going to bring in the Ujjayi pranayama. So inhale, open your heart, tailbone to the sky. Soft seal the lips. Exhale, round and tuck. Inhale, open up nice and slow, 5 count. exhale nice and slow, 5 count. Deepen the breath, deepen the movement into each posture. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale. Ujjayi exhale out through the nose. And then back into your neutral spine. All right, so we're going to move into spinal alignment here, but we're going to hold it static and give options here. So option number 1 is to keep both hands down and extend just the right leg back. All right. Option 2 would be to put your right toe down and lift the left hand. All right, so it's opposite arm to opposite leg. Option 3 is to lift. And you're going to flex those toes, draw the navel up and in, hold it here. Your thumb of the left hand is up, your shoulders in the socket. All right. So again, level 1 is just hand down. Level 2 is foot down, hands lifted. All right, so I'll let you come out of that. Roll out your wrists. And then we're going to alternate between sides, okay? So right arm extended, left leg extended, either foot down or lifted. Pause it here, draw the navel up and in. In 3, we'll switch sides. 2 and 1. Back to tabletop. Left arm extended, right leg, foot down or lifted, navel up and in. Flex your right foot, so really lengthen here. 3, 2, and 1. Back to tabletop. Right arm, left leg. Draw the navel up and in. 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Left arm, right leg, lift it up. 3, 2, and 1. And it helps too to find a drishti. Other side, right arm, left leg. Navel up and in. 3, 2, 1. Last one here. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. A little bit of wrist work. So fingertips towards you. You might have to do this one at a time or both at a time. Tuck your toes. Rock back and forth. This is really good for arthritis, even tendonitis. It might not feel that great, but it'll definitely prepare you. It's better to move those arthritic joints than it is to hold them and to not use them. All right, hold the stretch by sitting sort of back on your heels. Then bend the elbows, get into the fingers. And then before we do the tops of the hands, you can roll out your wrists. Somebody else coming in. Roll out your wrists. And then I do like to spend a little time on the tops of the hands. So if you make a fist, it's almost like you're holding your weight here. If you make a fist, you can come to the top of the hand, top of the hand, top of the hand. And by the way, if your wrists really do bother you, one cool little trick is to use your weights. But it has to be a weight that you can actually put your hand under, okay? Because you don't want to break your wrist. You don't want to be here. You want to be here. All right, so if you have clients that have wrist issues, weights are good. Good way to keep the wrists nice and straight. Okay, so from here, you can stay in tabletop, or you can move into downward facing dog. So even if you stay in down dog for just a breath, try it to start getting that strength. All right, so you're going to pedal it out. Always a great idea to bend and straighten the legs. Now if you're staying in tabletop, find a little movement here. Maybe some barrel rolls, some spinal movements. And if you're in down dog, you're going to pedal it out and move through the waist. Let the head fall heavy. Draw the shoulders back and down. Good. So if you're in down dog, hang out there. If you're in tabletop, I'm going to show you a little vinyasa from tabletop. So from tabletop, inhale to cow, chin up, tailbone towards the sky. Exhale to cat. As you inhale, tuck your toes. As you exhale, bring your hips to your heels. As you inhale, start to press forward with a rounded back into tabletop. All right, for down dog, a little different. Inhale to the toes. Exhale to plank. Bring your knees to the floor. Bring your hips to your heels. Inhale, press into the palms. Again, round the back. You're coming back through that tabletop shape. Back to down dog. All right, so whichever one you're doing, we'll flow through that a few times, okay? I'll show you down dog first. Inhale to toes. Exhale to plank. Inhale to knees. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale back through tabletop. Exhale to down dog. All right, down dogs, keep breathing through that process. Tabletops, I'm going to show you again. Inhale to cow, chin up, tailbone to the sky. Exhale, round and tuck. Tuck your toes. Bring your hips to your heels. Really press the floor away. And then rounding your back, coming back to tabletop. All right. From here, where are we going to go? All right, from here, go ahead and come into a standing position. And we're going to do some standing sun A's. All right, so I'd like 2 blocks. Somebody else coming in. All right. All right, so for ragdoll, it's a lot more difficult in a level 1 class, right? So 2 blocks are a great way to start that. So let's start in mountain pose. Okay. Inhale, maybe a little opening of the heart. Inhale, and then bend the knees a lot, maybe even walk your hands down, and you're going to find those blocks, okay? So the blocks are a great way to support yourself. From here, you'll cue, bend the knees a little bit more, and really connect your torso to your thigh bone. Shake your head yes and no. All right, so for this support, so if you don't need the support, you can grab opposite elbows. But if you need the support, keep your hands on the blocks. Maybe this level's too high. Maybe you can come to this level. So just adds a little layer of support for balance issues, also for any injuries to the lower back or limitations. So shake the head yes and no. You can grab opposite elbows if that feels okay, and you still have the blocks to support you. So a couple more breaths here. And just leave the blocks there, so if you're using them. Bend the knees, and again, you can walk the hands up the thighs and bring the arms up. All right, inhale. Let's open the heart, exhale. Inhale up, exhale. You're gonna come back down, so either hands walk back down or bring the hands back down. However, it feels okay to your lower back, so it's kind of walking the hands down is a better option. And then you can leave the hands on the block or bring them to your shins. Halfway lift. Lift through the spine, lengthening your neck, tailbone to head. Find another breath here. Inhale, exhale, fold. All right, inhale, come back up. Again, you can walk the hands up the legs, and then bring the arms up. Inhale, open heart. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down. Again, bend the knees, hinge at the hips, walk it back down. The head fall heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. All right, come back up. Walk the hands up. Inhale up. Let's bring the hands to your heart center. All right, we're gonna move into our sun B, and we're gonna start from standing. So go ahead and step a giant step with your left foot back. You're gonna bring your left foot parallel to the back of your mat, your right toes straight forward. We're gonna come into warrior two, so just start with the feet. You're moving your right knee towards your right pinky toes, the arms go up and back. All right, look over your right knee, make sure it's tracking over the right pinky toe. Inhale, settle here as you exhale. Alignment-wise, your right heel is in line with your back heel, or right heel to middle of arch, okay? And a lot of times you will see this tracking in of the right knee. So keep that awareness for your students by looking over their right knee. All right, so just a couple movements to get deeper into warrior two. As you inhale, bring the arms up, straighten the right leg, palms touch. As you exhale back into warrior two, gaze over the right hand. Inhale up, exhale warrior two. Last one here. Inhale up, exhale warrior two. From here, you're gonna move into horse. So start by bringing your hands to your heart. You're gonna turn both toes slightly outward, but the width of your feet stays the same. Sink down the best you can and pull the knees over the pinkies. Your torso is nice and upright. You're not sinking forward. Tailbone and neck are in line. Bring your hands to your knees. On an inhale, you're gonna pull your chest forward. On an exhale, drop your left shoulder, gaze over the right. Come back to center. Inhale, draw your chest through the gateway of your shoulders. Dip the right shoulder. Do that one more time, both sides. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, dip the left. Inhale, open heart. Exhale, dip the right. All right, come back to center, bring the hands to your heart. Star pose, drop the arms up. Inhale, arms up, legs straight. Hands back through heart center. Knees track. Two more, inhale. And exhale. Last one here, inhale. And exhale. All right, transitioning, inhale to star. Set the feet back to warrior two. Come into warrior two. Front toes forward, back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Bring the arms down. All right, as you inhale, track slightly forward. Bring your right elbow to your right knee, left hand to the sky. All right, options here, stay here, or you can use a block too on the inside of your foot to get a little bit deeper. Again, you can pick your level. So in this posture, keep moving your left hip open. Watch the shoulder, make sure it's not up in your ear, and your neck is relaxed. Using your left obliques, we're gonna come back to warrior two. Keep length in the side body. Left hand down, flip the right palm, reach up and over. Now make sure to keep this in the side body. There's a big tendency for people to bring the lower back into this, but I just want the side body opening up. Roll the right ribs to the sky. All right, coming back to warrior two, and then straighten the right leg. You're gonna come to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms up. Let's drop the right arm this time, lift it open to the side. Inhale up, open to the side. Inhale up, open the heart. Now keep this open heart just in the upper back, not the lower back. Inhale, arms up. You can bring the hands down to the hips, fold forward. Connect with an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Come back up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, the other side. Giant step back with your right foot. Right foot becomes parallel to the back of your mat. Heel to heel or heel to arch, start to bend into the left knee. Gaze over the left knee, make sure that the knee's tracking towards the pinky. And also make sure you're not gripping all your toes. Pick up your toes and lay them back down. Inhale. Settle here as you exhale. All right, let's flow. Here, inhale, arms go up, straighten the leg. Exhale, gaze over the left fingers as you come to warrior two. Two more, inhale. Pull up through the left kneecap. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. All right, track forward. Nope, we're going to horse. Almost forgot. So to horse, bring your hands to your heart. Turn the toes out. I'm gonna face towards you. And this time we're just gonna do star to horse, okay? Drop the arms, inhale to star. Pull up through the kneecaps, engage the quads. Hands to heart. Fire up your breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. All right, transition this time. Inhale up. Let's come back to warrior two with the left knee forward. All right, once you check your footprint, inhale, track slightly forward, almost like your waist is a little telescope. Left elbow to the knee, right hand to the sky. All right, shoulder in its socket. Open through the right side body. Again, you can use a block here if you want on the inside of your foot. Kind of feels good because as you press into the block, you can find a little bit more opening in the side body. No tension in your neck. All right, next inhale, back to warrior two. Use your right obliques. Come back to warrior two. Right hand down, inhale, reverse warrior. Stay committed to the left knee and find the length in the left side body. Come back up, straightening both legs. You might have to move that right foot in a little bit, but we're going to step to the top of the mat. You can grab a drink, and we're going to start with a top of the mat section with your weights. So if you have weights, and the option always, if someone's starting a weight program, maybe don't use weights, or 1 pounders are fine. All right, always bend your knees when you're grabbing your weights, and we're gonna start at the top of your mat, and we're gonna come into chair pose. All right, options. If it feels better to have your feet a little bit wider, then I want you to put a block between your knees, okay? You can bring both feet together and then you won't need a block, all right? So if you're using the weights are to the sides. You're sinking through your hips, lower ribs draw back, all right? And all we're gonna do here is bicep curls. So hammer curls, numbers up, slow movement, navel into the spine. You can find a little bit of a pulse here. So you're inhaling as you lower the weights. You exhale as you come up. All right, if it ever gets too much, you can put the weights down. We're working plenty in the legs here. Make sure you have a nice neutral lower back. All right, give me 10, 9, slow on the release too. 7, 6, keep going, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and stand up, shake out your legs. This time we're going to use the isometric. So if you have the weights, push them together. If you don't, you're just going to bring your hands to your heart. All right? So isometric, if you're using it, it's just pushing the weights together, nice posture. Feet hip width, you're just going to bring one knee up, right knee up, and start, and then left knee up. Right and left. And if the balance is okay here, you can add the twist. So right knee up, twist to the right. Left knee up, twist to the left. right? You can keep gazing forward, find a focal point forward. So when you're twisting is when you exhale. So lock in on a drishti on a focal point. Nice posture. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, the next one is barbell deadlifts. So feet hip width. I'll show you this way first. You don't want to round your back when you come down to this, okay? Navel into spine. You're going to bring the arms to your sides and then right up the legs. All right, so you don't want to go past parallel and the knees have a slight bend. Shoulders are back, forward, and back. The depth just depends on how your lower back feels. I really want you to engage your core. These are really great for low back strengthening. But you have to really engage your core every time you lower down. Inhale and exhale. If these start to feel good, you can add weight. But again, as always, alignment and form, super important. Keep cueing, navel to spine. So that engagement of the core is not so tight that you can't breathe, but it's an engagement that's really supporting your lower back. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. You can keep the weights in the hands. We're coming to the top of the mat. Top of the mat. Step your left foot back. We're coming back into warrior 2. So set your feet. All right, once your feet are set, bring the arms up, flip the palms up. Little micro bend in the elbows, okay? Now if this gets too much, put the weights down. But we're doing horizontal bicep curls right here. Static lunge in your warrior 2. Don't lose that base. Neck is nice and long. The tendency is to bring the strain into the neck. Slow and controlled, no swinging. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, horse. Toes point out, bring the weights to your hip crease or your hands. Come down to your low point and come up an inch. Keep moving the knees towards the pinkies. We're doing little pulses right here. Shoulders are back and down, your earlobes are over your shoulders. Navel drawn in. A good cue I like to use because it resonates with me is to draw your lower ribs back slightly. So that prevents this big tucking of the tailbone. You want a nice neutral tailbone, but you want that engagement right here. All right, I'll shut up. Here, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, stay low here. Bring your hands to your heart. All right, as you lift up, you're gonna punch to the right. Come back to center, horse squat. Punch to the left. Back to center, punch. Center, punch. Center, punch. Center, punch. So it's a slow motion punch. Like you're punching through molasses, right? Punch. Inhale, 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 inhale. 5 more. 4, 3, and 2. come back to center horse, straighten the legs, set up warrior two again, right knees forward. All right, so instead of doubling up on things in warrior two, we're splitting them up, and this time, bring the arms to a T, okay? Underarm to elbow parallel to the floor. Start with just the arms. You're gonna close the arms together, weights touch, hands touch. Inhale, open, exhale. Inhale, neck is long. Inhale. So find that open mouth exhale. You can stay right here and stabilize. If you want to add the legs, you can come into the right knee a little bit more and straighten. But make sure the right knee doesn't come out over the right toes, okay? 7, 6, 5, 4, watch any tension in your neck. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right. This time, drop one weight, or you can put both weights in your left hand. Elbow to knee, right elbow to knee. We're gonna do lawnmower pulls here. So you're gonna reach towards your right foot, and then pull the elbow straight back, okay? You can keep the gaze constant down. If you wanna add a little twist here, as you lift the elbow, you gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, exhale, open mouth. Inhale, lower in as an inhale, and up. Draw your ribs together. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and drop one of your weights if you have both, and we're coming back up to warrior two legs. Switch the weight into your right hand. Nice deep warrior two, left hand to the thigh, right hand to your shoulder. Okay. From here, you're gonna just use the weight to find a little more length. So inhale, now draw the elbow to your right hip. Reach. Again, slow motion moves. Reach. 5 more. Inhale. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Go ahead and come to the top of your mat, bend your knees, put your weights down, grab a drink, and then we'll go through a standing sun. If you're using the blocks, bring your blocks for that forward fold. Top of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Right arm down, lift and open to the side. Inhale up. Left hand down, open to the side. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Press into the blocks or the floor. Drop your head and neck. Fingertips to the shins or your blocks. Pull the chest forward. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Walk the hands back up or sweep them back up. Inhale. Hands to heart. All right. Bend your knees, grab your weights again, and bring them to your heart. All right, let me turn this way. So for this side, go ahead and step the right foot back. All right, so we're coming to warrior 2 feet again. Find a nice, deep, solid foundation. Arms out, palms up, chest lifted, shoulders back. Horizontal here. Horizontal bicep curls. Inhale. So you really want to breathe, oxygenate your muscles. Slow movement, no swinging. 5 more, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. All right, hands to your hips, horse squat. Chest lifted, shoulders back, pulse it right here. Pulse it right here, up and down, up and down. So you can make this as hard as you want. So if you feel that intensity ramp up by pulling your knees towards your pinkies, you're gonna find more, right? If you need less, then don't bend the knees as much. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, this side we're gonna do a little different. Bring your hands so your knuckles are facing forward. Inhale, straighten the legs, pull the arms up at least to shoulder height. Inhale down, exhale, draw it up. Pulling up through those kneecaps, you'll feel the quadricep engagement right here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, come back into horse, hands to heart. Now we'll do the cross punch, okay? So you're gonna lift up, punch to the left with your right hand. Squat, punch, squat, punch. So the hands always come back to your heart. Punch, squat, punch. 3 more. 2. Last one. All right, let's come to warrior 2. Left knee leads this time. Set up a nice foundational yoga pose. Tee out the arms. Close the book. Stay here. Her option is to add the leg. Now remember, always put the weights down. If you start compensating alignment, right, or you see something weird going on with one shoulder up in your ear, put them down. Work on the form first. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, hold warrior 2. Weights in your right hand. Left elbow to the knee. We're doing the lawnmower pulls. Reach forward, right along the line of the left foot, straight back. So again, you can keep your gaze forward, right, or look up. So if you're having trouble with balance, just keep your gaze steady. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I'm dropping one weight, coming back up to warrior 2. Bring the weight in your left hand, right hand to the thigh, left hand to the shoulder, navel in. Here we go. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to hip. Reach. Reach. That weight just adds a little bit extra stretch in the side body. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, step to the top of the mat. Grab both your weights. Come into chair pose. All right, so again, you can use the block. Right? Use the block, sink into the hips, let the hands fall. This time we'll do palms forward, bicep curl right here. Navel in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, lose the block if you have it. Go ahead and come up to stand. Just bring the weights together isometrically. Lift the right knee, left knee. right? Find your drishti, your focal point, add the twist if you'd like. Center. Exhale as you twist and lift the knee. The speed is your choice. Give me 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, last one is the deadlift. Feet hip width, weights to the sides. Chest lifted, sternum lifted, navel in. You're gonna bring the weights just along the legs and straight up. Navel in. The depth is where it feels good, okay? Really strengthen your lower back. If you keep doing these every week, and then every other week, add a little more weight. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake it out. We're gonna come into tree pose. So root down through your right foot, right? And I like to put my weights in my right hand so I can set tree up. So for right foot down, toe to the mat. All right, you can stay right here, find a focal point. If you want, you can bring your foot up to your calf or your inner thigh. We're gonna bring palms up like you're gonna do a bicep curl, all right? You're gonna cross right over left and left over right, so you're alternating. If you fall out, it's not a big deal, just don't fall down. That way you can use that toe as a kickstand until you have the balance to bring the foot up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake it out. Bring the weights in your left hand. Root down through your left foot. Toe down to start. Right, or bring the foot up. Elbows up. So you can do this again. If you're finding this not as challenging, so you can stay here, or you can bring the arms overhead, straight up. So I just like to cross the weights. So if you're losing your balance, it's all right. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. All right, go ahead and set the weights down. You can grab a drink, put this back on my mic. Time check. All right, guys. Come all the way onto your back. Actually, come to a seat. We're just gonna do a couple belly up. So I'm starting to run out of time here. So we're gonna start with boat. So make sure that you're sitting on your sit bones. I love to start this posture with hands underneath your thighs because it changes this posture to this. So use that leverage, shoulders back and down. All right, level 1 would be just coming to your hips and hinging back, right? 2, hands out. And 3 would be lifting the feet, okay? That's too much, come back to your heels. You're still leaning back, you're still engaging the core. Chest is lifted. Take a break if you need. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down, nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time onto your back. Then I want you to picture a strap or something under your lower back that you don't want anybody to pull out, okay? Lower back down. Level 1 is to keep your head down. You can bring your hands to the sides. Let's bring the knees into the chest to start. So we're just gonna alternate scissors here. The lower the legs get, the more likely your lower back is gonna come off the mat. So find that sweet spot right here. Alternate, alternate. Press the lower back, right? So you might be up here to keep the lower back safe. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The knees into the chest. Let's roll on the spine for a moment. And then bring your feet to your mat. Hip width distance. All right, we're going to come into some flowing bridges here. So fingertips touch your heels. As you inhale, you're going to lift the hips. And as you exhale, lower back down. So try to lower from your neck to your tailbone. So you're curling back down. Inhale, lift, squeeze. Exhale, lower. All right, if you have your block, put your block between your knees, okay? Same position, same thing. You're gonna press, inhale, lift, but you're gonna squeeze the block and lower. Inhale, lift, exhale. Inhale, lift, exhale, curl it back down. Now squeeze the block, inhale, I mean you have to squeeze it a little bit or it's gonna go flying. 5 more. Inhale, lift, exhale. 4. And it's important to keep both hips square. Maybe even put your hands on your hip bones. Make sure one is not dropping. Last 2. And last 1. All right, go ahead and lose the block. Bring your feet as wide as your mat, knees to the sky, cactus the arms out. And we'll do just a wide version of Windshield Wipers. As you come through the midline, really press the lower back into the mat. And then when the knees fall to the right, just let them stay there. If that's too much of a stretch, my handy block under my right knee. Breathe into the sensation wherever that might be. And then back to Windshield Wipers a few more times. And then we'll settle on the left side. Face back to the sky. And then Uttanasana one last time, knees into the chest. Any movement that feels good here. One last little hug, knees to the chest. Then extend your legs up your imaginary wall. Doesn't matter if they're straight or bent. Lower back, pressing into the mat. Your hands are down by your sides, thumbs inward. From here, bend both knees. You're going to grab the insides of your feet or shins. So if you grab the insides of the feet and it's not accessible, try the shins. You're just drawing the thigh bones on the outsides of the ribs. Feel this nice decompression all along your spine. And if it feels good, you can roll from side to side. Find the muscles on the outsides of the spine. And from here, if there's any other movement or posture you want to go into, go ahead. You can come into Shavasana as always. If that doesn't feel good, for some reason your lower back doesn't feel good, this is a good one. From that wide foot position, knees, you can collapse the knees together and hands wherever it's comfortable. Right? Another great neutralizer for the lower back is supta baddha, the posture we started with. Feet together, knees apart. So whatever you pick, take your time and find stillness in this posture. Take a few breaths here to settle into your space. Take a scan of your body from head to toe. Where are your gripping points? Where is your tension held? It's usually a habitual thing, and you probably know where that is. Just take a little extra effort there to release that tension, soften it. You might have to do it a few times when you keep checking back. Check in with your breath. Not controlling it, but just observing it. How does it feel? How did your body respond? Feel free to stay in your final posture. If you are ready to move on, start to find a little bit of movement. Maybe one full body stretch. If you're in Shavasana or supta baddha, take one more full body stretch, extending the hands behind your head. Press the heels to the front. Big sip of air. Big sigh out. Turning onto your side body, go ahead and press yourself up to a seated position and we'll seal in the practice. When you find your seat, go ahead and bring your hands to your heart. Thank you guys so much for showing up today to your practice. Please always let me know if you have feedback, questions. Feel free to email me anytime. And again, thanks for coming to practice with me. I guess we're off the next 2 Fridays, Christmas and New Year's Day, but we'll be back the second Friday in January. Thank you guys for your energy, your effort, and your light. Bringing your thumbs to your third eye. May there be peace in your minds and peace in your hearts. Namaste.